Plugin of the week comes from Softube. It's the Flow Mastering Suite. Flow Mastering Suite includes 16 plugins, and the 16 plugins come from TubeTech. They come from Weiss. They come from Chandler Limited, and some of the newer plugins like the bus processor that Softube has created, all thrown into a mastering suite. The essential idea here is that it's a subscription. You purchase a subscription, you get points towards a full purchase of any of the plugins that are part of the bundle. If you already have all of the existing plugins, then Flow will just automatically work. You just load it up and all of your plugins are there. So it's sort of a rent-to-own kind of subscription plan. That's the basic idea. Now, the plugin itself is designed for just simple mastering. You load it up on your master bus, whether this is just on your exported stereo mix or whether it's right in your mix session, and then you can quickly apply a mastering using flows. Flows were created by a series of mastering engineers, so they would create. So we have a whole series of them here: Weiss Master, Organic Rock, Big Rock, etc., Pop Dance, etc. Kind of go right down the line. And essentially you load it up and it loads up a processing chain, and the processors there are controlled, excuse me, by a series of knobs up here at the top. There's a color coding type of thing for it. The yellow color is for dynamics, blue is for any kind of tonal adjustments, but that can also include things like a de-esser, right, that might be controlling certain frequencies from sticking out too much. Green is stereo imaging. Red is limiting, which is always at the end stage. And essentially, you can start there. There's also a flow here, which is just starting from scratch. Where is that one? Clean? No, not clean and wide. I think it's over here. Just the Weiss Master just kind of gives you like a generic starting point. You get a description of each one. So if I screwed that up, it's somewhere. Starting point, that's the one I was looking for. So just loads up a series of plugins and then you go. And the way that the way that this essentially starts off is you load up the song to the loudest section of the song or something. I'll just kind of line it up like right there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to play it in. I'm going to bring in the output level so it doesn't blow anybody up here, and then I'll balance the output gain. I'm going to play a little bit of audio in here. We're going to hit the set target button. What that's going to do is it's going to bring the gain down to -16. So we have that as our input. And that way, whatever flow that we load up, it will actually kind of line up with all the thresholds for the different limiters and all of that sort of thing. And then we can make adjustments accordingly. All right, so let's start by setting a target and take it from there. All right, so what I'm looking for there is just to kind of play about 4 or 5 seconds or so. Now I have the basic input level, and now I can load up a flow. Now, essentially what we have once we load up a flow is we have a series of knobs that will control different features. So let's just open up a flow here, and let's just kind of go for a modern master setting. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do here on the end is do a gain match. Right, so I've got this loaded up, and each one of these knobs will be connected to one or more of the existing plugins. So you can see here, this loads up the TubeTech, right? And if I adjust this knob, you'll see that it will adjust or link to certain settings that are on here. So as I adjust this, it will give me more or less of whatever it is. Sometimes it'll adjust the threshold. Sometimes it will, so in this case, it's not on the high end, but it's linking the other two controls. The Sweet EQ looks like a Weiss EQ. This one is disabled currently. This Chandler limiter, right? There's another EQ. There's a widener plugin, right? So widening, that's the Softube plugin. Weiss DS, to kind of deal with some de-essing issues that potentially come up. TubeTech EQ, right, etc. And then we have a limiter here to decide what our limiting should be. So let's do the balance of the output gain. So I'm just going to kind of play it through here, and then let's just gain match to the input. Or I'll actually kind of like get this started, and then we'll kind of go through it. So essentially, any of these knobs, if you move over, there's also a blue line that shows up under each of these. If you just leave the cursor over it, it will give you a description. That's called a flow guide. So this will tell you exactly what those settings are doing. So it'll give you a short description, and it'll actually show you the parameters that it's linking to. It may be while you're using this that you want to unlink one of the parameters, so you could go over here and unlink it or relink it. And that way, you can make more fine-tuned adjustments. And if you kind of go in, you could just kind of disable the links and go in and make your own settings if you wanted to as well. So it gives you all of that capability. All right, so we have on the main display, there's a series of things. Auto will load up automatically what you're working on. So if I just sort of close this here, for example, if I select... hold on. Oh, I guess with this one, it had multiple windows. Some of them can have multiple plugins running at the same time. So Auto will kind of go to whatever you're working on. So if I click the widener, it'll open up the imager. If I click the de-esser, it'll load that up or show gain reduction. Otherwise, I can change the display myself here to show frequencies. The orange area is going to display the difference between the EQ settings and what the original is. So we have all of these, and we can just kind of make adjustments, and they'll make adjustments within the plugin. So you don't have to necessarily know what's going on through the whole process, but it does give you the ability to open up the plugin and make adjustments. So it's not like one of these AI kind of driven things where it sets these settings and then you can't make any adjustments, or you just get this generic single knob. You can work with that, or you can dive in and dial it in yourself. There's also an ABCD setting, so we can compare different masters. We'll do a little bit of that. And then kind of lay it out. So let's see what we have just with the modern master. Start there on its own, and then maybe load up a couple of options. Pick one, and then start to make some adjustments with it.
I feel so in touch, but without your boy. But you didn't think that I can play this game. Heart's beating fast, I feel so in love. You made me this way, I'm not okay. But you can't forget that you started this game. The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more.
Okay, so we have that in slot A. I'll switch over to slot B. Let's open up another flow here. So that was the modern master. Let's see, what other one? Pop production. Let's kind of go with that. All right, so we got that there. It gives a description of what it is, and this is actually looks like a much simpler one. So let's see.
You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you chase and she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell. You make me feel loved like I'm your best stuff. I feel so in touch, but without your boy. But you didn't think that I can play this game. Heart's beating fast, I feel so in love. You made me this way, I'm not okay. But you can't forget that you started this game. The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Fooling, 'cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning.
So obviously we're getting a more heavy compression here. Let's try one other one and see if we can kind of do like an ABC. Let's just try the pop dance one and see what that one is like. Again, looks like a simple one here.
You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you
So when you see this gamer, it's just showing you that the gain is lower. So I'm going to match the gain here. Just have to play audio first.
You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you're chasing, she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell. You make me feel left like I'm your.
Here, let me just do that again. It looked like it was a little high there.
You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you're chasing, she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell.
All right, so let's do a quick ABC. All right, so this is our first one, Modern Master.
You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you're chasing, she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell. You're trying, lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you're chasing, she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell. You make me feel left like I'm your.
All right, so I'm not sure that the A is the first, but it gives the most controls. So, or the best rather. So, well, it gives the most controls. So let's just kind of go over that or kind of build off of that from here. So with each of these, I have different things that I can adjust. So I have low mid compression, right?
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know.
And I can see what's lined up here. So we have the multiband TubeTech compressor at SMC2B.
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more. You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell.
All right, just wanted to, loosen it up. Now, this still gives me the ability to adjust it, but I can adjust parameters that aren't being used just right there and kind of tweak it. There's a master compression. So this is the bus processor.
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then.
I can also disable any plugin from here too. So if I don't like this, I can just disable it.
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more. You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you're chasing, she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell.
All right, so I'll leave that there. I got a sweet EQ. All right, so this is actually a Weiss EQ. It's also got a low frequency high pass filter. Looks like it has two different EQs for mid and side. Yep.
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling?
Right, so you can just kind of balance that in. This is a high-end clarity. So this looks like a multi-frequency on the high-end boost. I'm not sure we need this here, but
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more. You're trying, you lost me.
I'm gonna kind of put this back where it was at 0. So that's essentially bypassing it here, and kind of go with the low frequency, high frequency. This is just boosting up at high frequency here, and then boosting with a boost and attenuation. So it's adding low end, but it's got the little ripple in it on the low end. So you get that little resonance there for the low mid dip, and then the high frequency boost. Let's see what we got here.
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more. You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you're chasing, she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell. You make me feel loved, like I'm your best of. I feel so in touch, but without your boy, but you didn't think that I can play this game. Heart's beating fast, I feel so in love. You made me this way, I'm not okay, but you can't forget you started this game. The way you looking, I didn't notice till.
And then finally, an end stage limiter with the DS1 MK3. Here.
The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more. You're trying, you lost me, thinking that you could leave me, losing all the lies that you tell. The one who you're chasing, she ain't bad like me. Don't believe the lies that you tell. You make me feel loved, like I'm your best of. I feel so in touch, but without your boy, but you didn't think that I can play this game. Heart's beating fast, I feel so in love. You made me this way, I'm not okay, but you can't forget that you started this game. The way you looking, I didn't notice till then. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more when you're talking. I just know you're clowning. Who you fooling? 'Cause I don't believe your lies no more.
And I can also set a target level for the output, and notice where I'm reaching. It also has a this is actually part of all of the plugins. I believe this just, kind of taps right on to the end here, but it also will give me, well, by settings anyway, it'll show momentary, short-term, and integrated loudness, so you can get, if you're trying to reach a target. Like right now, I just have this so I can A/B it in and out without, kind of blowing everything up. And get some kind of an idea of what it's doing, but then I can also set a target with it and have it sort of adapt right to achieve that certain loudness target if that's what you're looking for. It's actually it's pretty cool. It gives you a lot to play with. You don't have to dig into all of the settings, but you can go in and kind of tweak it a little bit. Like this one, I have a whole separate video on this, 2 separate videos, because it's pretty in depth just digging into it, and you may not want to get into it on that level, but may really dig the way that it sounds. And a lot of these plugins are that way, particularly the Weiss plugins. They're pretty well in depth, and this one's a great end stage mastering limiter if you know how to use it, and if you don't, it can be a nightmare. So I don't know, a pretty cool suite of plugins available to you, a kind of quick solution. It's not the AI thing, but at least you get some kind of basic flow. As I said, go through a few of the different ones, kind of find one that closely matches up. Then you still have the ability to kind of dig in to the parameters a little bit to kind of suit whatever your needs are. Anyway, a cool one from Softube. An interesting twist on the whole process. I actually much prefer this over the full AI that gives you, very little ability to kind of dig in and make adjustments to what's going on. But this one is pretty cool. Plugin of the week from Softube, Flow Mastering Suite.